What is up, Dan fam, and welcome to today's video. Now, in this particular video, I'm gonna be showing you exactly with one of my friends, Fred, how to go and actually run Google AdWords campaigns for your store. What is up, everybody? Dan Dasilva here. Now, really quickly, I have an awesome guest with me here yet again today. And for those of you who have been watching over the past week, you already know that I've done a private workshop with Fred, and everybody loved it. But people wanted more, right? So we saw a lot of requests of people asking, how can we go out there and take this a step further? How can we go out there and really go more advanced? And I decided at, what is it right now, Fred? 2 in the morning, to do this quick training with you, just so you can teach everybody how to go out there and take it to the next level. If you want to go and use the world's by far biggest platform for advertising, I won't say it's 100% the world's biggest. I don't know that for a fact. But if we're going hand in hand, would you say, honestly, I would say that Google's definitely bigger than Facebook. So the potential is a lot bigger. But again, I don't want to state that without knowing that for a fact, but I could only assume that it's way bigger than Facebook. Thus why anybody who has a store, it's actually fairly cheap to get a lot of sales from Google themselves. And Fred's going to go out there and show you how to do this as well. And at the end of this video, we're going to let you know how you can learn even more on how to do this in particular and more strategies that we're going to be revealing in the very last workshop that I'm bringing on Fred to come on live and teach you more strategies like this. So Fred, take it away, buddy.
All right, thank you. And thank you for having me here once again. And I'm excited to be here with the Dan fam and Ecom Dudes people. So first of all, here's the thing, okay? Again, like Dan said earlier, we can't state that Google is bigger than Facebook or Facebook is bigger than Google. But here's the fact though, Google is massive. There's actually a lot of traffic that you can actually get from Google. And when you're trying to run your Shopify store, a lot of people just ignore that traffic source. Everyone just go into Facebook. Everyone is trying to figure out Facebook. And what happens? Well, as competition rise, CPM rise, and all those unhappy stuff happens. So for you, if you want to really scale up your Shopify store, you got to actually look at, well, I should be utilizing and maximizing all the products that I have in my store. And I'm already putting the same effort in my store. Why don't I actually diversify myself and actually create more traffic and, most importantly, highly targeted traffic for my store? And one of the strategies that I use is actually using the Google search. Now, again, inside of Google search, it's a very different mindset of people that are on Facebook. When people do a Google search, why do they do a Google search? Well, they're in market to either buy a product or in market to actually take action right away, or just want to do a review or looking out for deals. And if you actually position your product right in front of them and actually catch their attention, this is where you can actually start getting more sales to your store. Now, again, when you go into Google, it looks simple, but there are a lot of pitfalls right in between when you are actually setting up your Google campaign. So Dan asked me to actually come on with you guys, Dan fam and Ecom Dudes, to show you guys what I would do when I actually set up a Google search ad right inside Google. So that's what we're going to do right now. And right now you're looking at just a demo site, okay? You guys don't have to rush into this site. This is just purely a demo site for us to actually share with you exactly what I would do. So let's say that I'm actually selling this watermelon slicer right now, and I want to use Google to drive traffic to my store. Now, obviously, it is a very, very specific product that people are looking for, a watermelon slicer. So what I do is, all right, once we have this page, what we do is simply head over into our AdWords account, and you want to actually set up a campaign. Now, by default, Google will tell you best opportunity to reach your customers is to go after the search and display select. Do not do that. You want to go specifically to search network only. Now, once you're brought into the screen over here, you obviously name your campaign. I'm going to call it the watermelon slicer. And then under the type, don't go after standard. This is number one pitfall, okay? You want to go after all features, okay? All features, and then scroll down. Now, include Google Search Partner. They're awesome. They're definitely awesome. And now under location, again, just like Facebook, go after only one country at a time. Then when you scroll down further, okay, ignore everything else and go under bid strategy. Under bid strategy, what you want to do is go after manual cost per click, And most importantly, to remove enable enhanced cost per click, because you want to actually have control of your position, of how much your cost per click is going to be, and not let AdWords take over and decide for you how much each conversion is going to be worth. So go after manual CPC, and then default bid, I usually put in like $1 to start to see what it happens. And let's say we're going to put in like a $10 budget or $5 budget, whatever you want. It will still serve in the market, so it's really up to you. So I'm just going to do $10 right now. Then you can actually ignore all these information, okay? There are obviously structure snippet calls that you can do in site links, but we're going to ignore it right now, and I'm going to show you the most basic and easiest steps to get started, okay? Scroll down all the way to the bottom and click on Save and Continue. Once you're brought into here, you need to actually create your ad group, and you need to create your ads. So we're going to name the ad group Watermelon Slicer, okay? And in the final URL, we're just going to simply take our demo site and paste it right in here. And now you'll be asked to do your headline 1, headline 2, and description. So here's a rule of thumb that I do whenever I set up a search campaign. I want to make sure that either headline 1 or headline 2 actually has the keyword I wanted to go after. So in this case, we're going to go after watermelon slicer. So I need to make sure that either headline 1 or headline 2 has that keyword that I'm going to actually advertise and get Google to actually serve my ad. So in this case, I'm going to do watermelon slicer, and we want to actually add something pretty great, which is copy in the front or in the back. So I'm going to say, let's see, I'm going to make up a copy right now. Let's see. Okay, I'll do flash sale on now. Let's see. I'm gonna say 3 in 1 handy watermelon slicer flash sale on now. Save 50% off our handy watermelon slicer, and let's see, slice your watermelon within seconds. All right. Or I can say, oh, I like that, seconds. So let's see, slice your watermelon. All right, never mind. I'm just going to use back the old one. So I'm doing handy watermelon slicer. Now, if you notice, I actually also have the keyword watermelon slicer right inside my description at the same time, because it actually creates the relevancy when you go after Google Search Network. And one of the most important things is that you want to make sure that you get a high quality score. And one of the ways to actually do it is, again, have it in the headline or description at the same time. Then scroll down and you simply add in your keyword. Now there's a lot of keywords that you can actually add. And in this case, now I'm going to say let's see, there's what? Best watermelon slicer, new watermelon slicer. And you notice that when it says watermelon cutter, I won't use that keyword. The reason why is because it's going to affect your quality score. You want to have an ad that says watermelon cutter instead of watermelon slicer, so you can actually structure your ad groups correctly in order for you to get the lowest cost per click. So in here, let's see, there's nothing else. All right, so the last one I'm going to add is watermelon slicer. Now, you don't have to have a lot of keywords in here, okay? You can have 3, 5, 10, whatever you want, but I do not go over more than 10 because you want to actually micromanage your AdWords campaign. Now, by default, I actually do not go after just simply broad keyword, okay? I'll explain all those in the future, but what you wanted to do is go after phrase and exact, okay? So I'm going to put in the colon, put in the quotes, and then put in brackets to go after phrase and exact, because broad is going to actually kill your performance. And then all I got to do is simply click on Save Ad Group, and you're done. That's it. I think we did it, what, in 5 minutes? Oh, that is not even paying attention. We already done. That's all you do when you set up your AdWords campaign, especially for search.
Well, really quickly, can you cover one thing? The brackets and the quotes one more time.
All right. So I'm going to type this out on here as you guys show. Okay, so when you go after what we call broad, so broad targeting is basically watermelon slicer, okay? Now, what happens when you actually put in your keyword just broad under watermelon slicer, what's going to happen is that Google will actually go ahead and use like a thesaurus, and they may actually replace the word slicer with a cutter. and actually serve your ad to that person when they are searching for watermelon cutter, but when you're actually selling a watermelon slicer. And because your ad over here, it says watermelon slicer, your copy says watermelon slicer, and you have your ad showing when someone is actually searching for a watermelon cutter, it's going to affect your quality score, and it will affect the conversion at the same time. So I never go after broad. Now, what I go after is simply go after phrase. Now, with phrase, what happens is, let's say watermelon slicer. Now, what happens with phrase is that simply Google will basically only show your ad when someone put in watermelon slicer with an additional keyword here or additional keyword at the back. Okay, they will not change anything inside. Now, last but not least, when we have the last one, which is exact. Exact really means anyone that searched just for the keyword watermelon slicer, and your ad will actually show. So you always grab the phrase and exact. You don't want to use broad or like broad modifier match and all those other stuff.
Cool. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Now, I know people are going to ask as well, Fred, where exactly would I be able to, or how do I track the conversions for these campaigns? I know that's a whole different monster in itself, but if you can just briefly just touch more so, I know it's in tools, conversions, yada, yada, but a lot of people don't really know where that is. So if you can just quickly just show exactly the conversion. Yeah, there you go.
So you go into tools and under conversions, what you wanted to do is to create a conversion, okay? So create a conversion action. And you want to select website. Now, when you're going through this, let's say that we're just going to do Shopify sale and then done. And then in the value, I actually put in that each time it happens, the conversion value, the value is different. So under here, it says that it is different, okay? It's not the same. And when you actually don't put anything over here and then press done, and then you would count. Now, I only go after one other than every single one of them because I want to track genuine sale of that one particular customer. So it's up to you. You can go after every or go after one. It's just a habit of mine that I go after one. Once you have that done, the category, go after purchase, and then I go after last click model and press save. Now, once you actually have this in place, all you have to do is copy this inside to your checkout and additional snippets and scripts. I forgot the exact name. And you'll notice that when you paste it in, I'm just going to open up a quick thing over here. So you'll notice that right here, it says that var Google _ conversion value $1 over here. So let me yellow it. So right here, what you wanted to do is replace the 1.00 with the parameter of, I don't know exactly what it is. You have to search it inside Shopify. I don't remember on top of my head. It's called like.
Do you have another screen open right now?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I can only see the AdWords one.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah.
Let me see what I can do. Hold on one sec.
Cool.
Let me see. Where can I see? Show a larger. Let's see. Where is it? Nope. All right. I am so dumb when it comes to Zoom. Let me see what I can do. Okay, I'm going to stop share, and then I'm going to share it again. Okay. So I can see the entire thing. All right. So can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I just simply what I did, it's just that I paste the Google conversion pixel over here right now, and I just highlighted this part. Okay. Originally, it looks like this. It's only like 1.00. What you want to do is replace this with the Shopify sales information. I think it's like 2 sale _ price, and then I forgot what it was, and then close. You got to do a quick search on it. I forgot on top of my head what it was. And what happens is that each time you got a sale, it will dynamically put back the total sale price. Oh, it's total price. Yes. Total price. And then I forgot what was the end. And then it will fire back right into your Google script on saying, hey, this is how much you made from your ad. So this is what you do.
Yep. And guys, if you need help going out there and installing this particular code, now, Fred, are you hard coding it within the theme, or are you using an app? Or how are you hard coding, or how are you putting the script into your?
I hard code it right into the additional script and snippets and script or whatever.
Okay, cool. So you're just hard coding it right in. So that's pretty simple. If anybody needs help with doing that, what you can do is reach out to Shopify support. This is literally like a 30-second task for them to figure out.
Yeah.
And they'll lead you right to it where you need to go. So again, Fred, thank you so much for showing everybody. And really quickly, before we end off, that campaign that you showed us as an example before, that's literally all you have to do is just that simple. And then launch a campaign and wait and see if the results start to roll in. Is that correct?
Yep, and you want to basically build a lot of them out, like as much as possible, because basically you're just paying for the click, and if you have 100 products in your store, you want to set up 100 search campaigns or ad groups just for that 100 products, because again, anyone that performs a Google search, they're ready to make a decision to actually buy something.
Right. Yeah, of course. That's why Google's so powerful, because it's a search engine of people looking to literally purchase stuff. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I really wanted to cover here today with you, Fred. So again, thank you so much for coming here and giving this awesome content. And I'm going to let everybody know what's next for them and what I really require them to do if they want to learn even more about, pretty much everything that kind of extracting all the information from your head and just kind of sitting there with us for 2 to 3 hours as we go and do something live for them. And I'm going to let everybody know about that right now. So again, Fred, thanks so much. And just so everybody knows, there's another video. There's actually 2 more videos that I'm releasing with Fred, like this type of training where he goes out there and shows you how to really go and kind of scale up your stores or scale out your stores depending on how you look at it. So again, Fred, thanks so much, buddy, and we'll see you tomorrow.
So now that you just watched every single little thing that, Fred really knows how to go out there and create amazing Google AdWords campaigns, and his store, his brands are all majority of his sales are cranking out through Google, and he's literally a wizard when it comes to Google AdWords. So what I want to do right now is quickly tell you that in the description down below, you can join our live workshop. I'm bringing Fred on again to go ahead and show you even more stuff than he did in the first workshop. And in this particular one, he's actually going to reveal his traffic sources that he's using, how to create ads, how to use Google to the fullest, and go out there and generate you tons and tons of sales. So what I want you to do right now is take a look in the description and register for the workshop that we're actually hosting it, I think this upcoming Thursday or so. I could be wrong, but take a look in the description. It's this Thursday. We're going to be doing it 3 times live in a single day. It's kind of going to be back to back to back. For those of you who can't make it on a certain time zone, we're going to make sure we hit it 2 other times on different time zones. So right now, register for that. We do only have 1,000 seats available on this call. Last time, for those of you who attended, we filled up with like 1,300 people and 300 people couldn't get on. So again, right now, register for that workshop down below. Fred's going to be revealing a lot of information when it comes down to actually generating sales for your stores. And this is sales without having to worry about Facebook, but really going out there and focusing on Google, because Google is an absolute powerhouse to drive you thousands and thousands of sales. All right, so right now, register, and I'll see you tomorrow.